Indeed, our beautiful Egypt. And on that note, recently the global travel and tourism book publisher Lonely Planet, which of course is specialized in tourism affairs and travel, released its annual guide for the best tourist destinations in the world with travel advisories for year 2022. And of course, amongst those destinations was our beloved Egypt. And to shed more light on this issue, we're most delighted to be joined over the telephone by Dr. Yehia Abdul, Qader, the tourism consultant. Dr. Yehia, a very good morning to you, sir.
Good morning and Happy New Year.
Likewise, Doctor. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. Now, first and foremost, could you shed some more light on the efforts exerted by the state in 2021 to boost the tourism sector, especially with regards to the latest developments with the coronavirus pandemic and how Egypt managed to overcome some of these challenges related to travel restrictions and the pandemic?
Well, really, we've been so fortunate because the Lonely Planet global travel guide.
Yes.
Ranked countries, like has multiple information according to region, to city, and to countries as well. Egypt has been picked as the only North African country and Mediterranean country to be in the top 10 destinations selected by Lonely Planet among Norway, Mauritius, Slovenia, Malawi, Nepal, Oman, Cook Islands, and Egypt. So really, this is a great, like distinction of Egypt as a tourist.
Yes. How important is this choice by the Lonely Planet for the tourism industry in Egypt and the flow of tourists to the country? How influential is it as a publication and an advisory to potential tourists?
Well, really, this is very fortunate because many multitude, emphasis in diversity of Egypt as a destination. One, when you go to fair weather, apart from the cherry storm, we experienced recently in St. Catherine, Qader, and Bulgaria. Two, the global pandemic, in Egypt has been neutralized through vaccination and through the sanitization of the tourist facilities, staff personnel, hospitality, and tour operators, nationwide.
Indeed.
So the rate exchange of Egyptian currency is so affordable, and visitors to Egypt, will get more than value for money.
Yes.
Egypt is the most, coveted and unique culture, and heritage and antiquities, archaeological sites, worldwide. This is certified, by the UNESCO, by the WTO, by, world organizations. So that's why Egypt is a must-see, and apart against exotic cuisine. And many other attractions that attract people worldwide.
Yes, Dr. Yehia, speaking about the many other attractions, how do you see Egypt's efforts in diversifying tourist attractions in Egypt, changing the usual, whether it's just sea or cultural or ancient Egyptian civilization, to different options available for tourists, whether it's ecotourism, whether it's medical, whether it's religious, lots of different programs and different diversification schemes for Egyptian tourism have been introduced over the last few years?
Yeah, actually, we did this year, last year, 2021, we feel more than 20 heritage and archaeological discoveries. Up in January, the Dominican archaeological mission in Western Alexandria, they discovered that the Batu Magna symbol, established, in the Ptolemy times. And then in February in Suhag, Abydos, a joint Egyptian-American archaeological expedition, they discovered a brewery, the ferment, beer from barley and sorghum, and they served it to Egyptian workers, the work hard for the development of the country by the time. And then in Saqqara, Dr. Ola Gezi of the Cairo University expedition, she discovered the tomb of the treasurer of Ramah II, and this is one of the magnificent discoveries as well. So really around the clock, this is about from the Golden Parade of the 22 kings and kings of Egypt that moved from Tahrir Square up to start with their civilization. And we remember very well, the sensational Tariq of the opening, an opening Avenue that links the Farm Assembly to Lobster Temple in ancient Egypt. So that is very sensational and well covered by world media and cultural magazines like Archaeology magazine.
Yes, absolutely. Lots of events really took place last year that were covered by the media all around the world and captured really the interest of people all around the world, and still more to come. Of course, with the latest touristic developments in Egypt, we can't, of course, not discuss the Grand Egyptian Museum, or the a very big project that is expected to further the development of the tourism sector in Egypt, with a very unique museum gathering the largest collection of ancient civilization artifacts, the Grand Egyptian Museum, Doctor.
Well, definitely, the Grand Egyptian Museum, like, is a great icon, like, of the third millennium. And the whole world media, like, the writers, documentaries, like, worldwide, they like to come and take pictures about the progress, like, and how soon, like, is going to be the grand opening of the Grand Egyptian Museum that's currently housing the Drama Second, the whole collection and treasures of King Tut and Tutankhamun, as well, like, the Cambos of Khop, the founder of the Giza Plateau. Now, currently, like, they moved, like, to be under one roof. So this is a sensational event. Currently, we have the Egyptian Pavilion at the Dubai Expo 2020. Inshallah, by the end of March, it is around 3 million visitors, and it's one of the top destinations in this fabulous event in the
Absolutely right. I'd like to thank you very, very much, Dr. Yehia Abdul Qader, our tourism consultant. Thank you so much, sir, for your time and your insight. And that's all the time we have for this morning's edition of The Breakfast Show. We do hope you have enjoyed it. You were in the company of myself, Angie Meher, and earlier, Muhammad Abdul Rahim. I'd like to thank you very, very much for watching. Join us again tomorrow morning for a new episode. Till then, it's goodbye.